growing up, in this area, my family, they were much like a lot of the other people. They, to provide for the family and pay the bills, they sold drugs for a living. And whenever I was a kid, someone broke into our home and murdered my parents. Me and my sister were in the home when it happened. And so growing up, I never really knew who God was. I didn't go to church and didn't really have a desire to go to church. I would hear people say, I'm going to pray for you. To me, that meant nothing to me. To me, I didn't do anything to deserve the life that I was being forced to live. And if God was real and he was such this great person who answered prayers, and people don't pray for bad things, and why was this the life that I was given? And even as a kid, my mindset was, if God is real, he's punishing me for something. I'm being punished by losing my parents. And I never really done anything bad. I never drank, I never smoked, I never went down the wrong path. I was never a bad kid. I was just an atheist. About 11 years ago now, I went to a church and the lady was singing, and she sang really, really good. And I thought, okay, well, I'll go back just for the singing. And I ended up getting saved one night at the church. And I can look back on life now, and all the times that I struggled and all the times that I didn't see the Lord in my life, I can see his hand now. I can see him now and look back. He had a hedge of protection around me in that back bedroom, when someone broke into my home. And at the time, I would have never had that outlook. And he removed me from a home where drugs was very present, and he done it in a way that I would never be tempted to go back or even hang around people who were in that lifestyle. And, I didn't have my parents growing up, and it took me a really long time to realize that maybe my life was better with my mama. Maybe there were things that I was being shielded from. And I know that sounds crazy to say, and people probably don't understand how I can stand here and say that, but looking at the life that I had as opposed to the life that I started with, I would say my outcome is a little better than what it likely would have been. And I can look around now at the earth and the sky, and I see God's handiwork. And I was reading in Romans 1 shortly after I got saved, and it says, look around you at the earth and the sky. There's no excuse for not knowing God. The Bible says that we're made an overcomer by the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony. I've heard a lot, oh, well, you're a victim of this, or you're a product of a broken home. And I'm not a victim of anything. I'm really not. I'm a blood-bought, born-again child of God. I don't know if I have it in me to not believe anymore. I don't know how you can not believe. It's very present.